What is going on, Acers? Today we are comparing 5 different vape mods, including a Tesla pin, little Tesla pin here, a Tesla, what is this one called?
It's
box mod, a Tesla box mod, a smoke stick V8, a mini KP box, and mine, which is an E-Leaf battery, or an E-Leaf box, and a
Inspire Mutank.
So first we're going to go ahead, we're going to start from smallest to largest.
Which mine's the largest, because it goes up to 200.
Yes, yours is the largest, so I'd say this is probably the smallest in wattage.
It doesn't go by watts. This one goes by volts. The tank that's on it, however, it can't go above 5.
Set it to where it's on 5.
But it has up to 6.
Okay, so I'm going to take a hit, she's going to take a hit, we're going to compare flavors. I already put a little more juice in this and dripped a little bit on it, the coils as well.
This tank, whenever you fill it, you'll have to unscrew this and fill it from the bottom.
Yeah. Alright, so obviously not a big cloud, but I do get flavor from it. It's the Nellanade. She can take bigger hits off that than I can. I'd say probably, well, this is 60 watt.
So it gets a decent cloud.
If you can hit it as much as she does.
This, I say, we would recommend for beginners.
Yes.
Because it draws a lot like a regular cigarette.
Yes.
Because there's no airflow.
It is a good little stick. It's a good stick mod. The next smallest in wattage or power, we'll just call it power. These go by watts now.
These go by wattage.
This is a 60 watt. That's the mini KP box.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually Earth Eaters. So, and I have it at 60 watts right now. It goes down to 40. It goes 40, 50, and then 60 are the mod settings, because this tells you where the mod or the wattage is. The top one is the 60. Okay, so I'm gonna take, and we're doing these all except for the pin that we did first is all wide open on the airways.
You'll notice when he takes a hit, he exhales until he sees a little bit of vapor. That is just because whenever you first take a hit through anything that has airways, you're getting air at first. So if you blow out before you inhale, you get more vapor.
Yes.
That is leaking.
Yeah, I put a little too much on the coils. That was my fault. I tend to do that with those kind of. They all have now, well, except for yours.
Yeah.
Your, the bigger Tesla has hooked in it. This one, I don't know what has in it. I don't know what it has in it. I think it's Black Death, but I don't know.
No, it's, I think it's strawberry water.
Strawberry water. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's the taste I'm tasting. Anyway, back to the KP box. We weren't finished. You already finished on it?
I already took a hit.
Okay, well, comparison to the other one.
To that one? This one gets a lot more vape. This one, though, is for after you've vaped on this for a while and you're used to it, or you can always just close off the airways if you want it more like a cigarette.
I wouldn't close it off that far, but
I wouldn't close it off all the way, but
I put it around that. Oh, shoot. I put it, if you can see that, around where that is. Now let's do the vlogger thing. Anyway, that hits a lot harder. Makes it a lot harder to draw in smoke.
Draws more like a cigarette.
Draws more like a cigarette when you close them like that. The next one is my old mod, the one that is also Earth Eaters. It's like I said, it's the smoke stick V8. This is a 75 watt. It's got
we think it's about 75. We're not 100% sure.
Most of these are about 75. I personally like the bigger mouthpiece. It's wider than
mine. You have a big mouth.
Anyway,
he talks a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, the coil inside this is Baby Beast. So it says it runs best from 40 to 130 watt. So It runs fairly decent on this stick.
That smells good.
It does.
No, it's the Black Death, which is like a blackberry pie.
And comparison to this one?
This one does put out a little bit more vapor, not very much.
Like here, I'll go wide open with this one again, and we'll compare the clouds. That's a decent cloud for that little bitty of a mod. Obviously, that has a lot more vapor coming out. Sorry, I have a cough. But yeah, that is a very good.
Now, the cough's not from him vaping. The cough is from his throat being dry and him not taking a drink before taking a hit.
Yeah,
be very careful when you do that, because it will cause you to cough, and it is a dry cough, and it is not comfortable.
It hurts.
Now,
alright, the next one is my E-Leaf, her E-Leaf box mod that I'm borrowing until my new vape gets here. And the, what was this called again? Inspire Mutank. I'm wide open again. Once again, I'm wide open with this, and it's running at 100 watts. It's going to say weak battery when I hit it, even though it's at 80%.
Yeah, this mod's a little touchy, just because I had it for so long and I dropped it so much. It's not a very durable mod. It's one of the older ones.
It's a rebuildable. It is an RDA. It's very... RTA. No, it's RDA.
No, it says RTA on the tank.
RTA? Okay, RTA. My fault. This is for the more advanced vapors. I think this tank can run at around 75. I don't think it can really run any lower than that.
You can.
You can?
Yeah, I ran it at 50.
50? Okay, she's also going to take it. That puts out a lot of flavor. I'd say a lot more flavor than this one does. That's what my comparison would be. That it puts out more flavor than
if
this.
You're new to if you're relatively new to vaping and you really like playing with the vapor, but you also don't want to miss out on the flavor, I recommend Mutanks, because they are rebuildable, so you get a lot of cloud, but you also get a lot of flavor.
And now you can actually buy rebuildable coils for this kind of mod. You can buy, and I believe this one as well. But not.
Oh yeah, you can run a rebuildable on almost anything.
This one, I wouldn't recommend that.
You can run a rebuildable on almost anything, except for maybe a stick like this. But a stick like that.
Yeah, a thicker stick like this.
Yeah.
A higher wattage, way higher wattage.
Just because you won't really get anything from it if you run a bigger tank on it.
Yes. I would recommend, if you do have a smoke stick.
God, it tastes so good.
Nothing wrong with smoke. Love smokes. So I believe the tank I have is a smoke product.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I get my new mod, y'all will be seeing me do a review on my channel with him.
And along with me on my channel, we'll do a vape comparison as well. Yeah. Because I want to have one on my channel with that mod, because I love that mod.
We're not telling you what it is.
Not telling you what it is, but I love this mod so much. I would recommend, though, with these, taking these off each individual piece after you got the tank empty and cleaning very well. When you take off if it's a non-rebuildable, take out the coil and put it upside down on a napkin, let it drain, get all that nasty crap out of there. You'll have to, it'll help you not have to replace coils as often, and 2, it's good to have a clean vape.
And no matter what, do not run water over your cotton. If you're outside, it's raining, and you want to vape, too bad. You need to go under somewhere where there's no rain, because if you get water on your cotton, it will mess it up really bad. And if you don't have a rebuildable, you have to go to the store and get a new coil and change it. And it's a very tedious process.
Very, very tedious. Alright, now on to the 200 watt her mod. It's a Tesla battery, or Tesla mod, and it's I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Me
tank.
either, but it's called the Meteor.
Meteor.
And it's a very expensive tank. Let me tell you that right now. It costs like $40 for me to get it.
And it's a rebuildable. They are rebuildable. So you have to put your cottons in and everything yourself.
This entire setup costs $90, and $40 of it was the tank.
Yes.
If that tells you how
it's an expensive
that is. But it is a very good tank.
Once again, running wide open. No, I'm not closing this any. So. Obviously, a lot more vapor than the last one. My vape. A lot more vapor.
I'm very proud of this tank. I'll probably end up using this tank on my new mod, even though my new mod will be coming with a different tank.
I will be stealing the tank off of
No,
hers.
you will not, because as soon as I get a rebuildable coil for it, I will be using it.
I'm gonna steal it until she gets a rebuildable. That's what she don't know.
It comes with one.
It doesn't come with.
It comes with 3 different coils.
Oh, okay.
One of them you can rebuild.
Well, I'm gonna steal it and use it because she's wanting to use that tank anyway.
I'm going to try it with the new one first.
And as soon as that happens, I'm taking that tank because I love that tank.
No.
Yes, I'm putting it on this mod. I'm putting it on this mod.
This is my backup tank.
This will end up being my backup vape.
Well, you can keep that tank. That'll be your backup tank. Because I have...
Anyways, a lot more flavor.
Plus, we paid $40 for it. I'm not giving it up.
A lot more flavor from this. Obviously, it's running at 200 watts, and she just replaced the coil. So
your cloud depends on your type of tank and how many watts you're running on.
And how much you inhale, too. I could take a...
Yeah.
I get a small little cloud. That's still a decent cloud.
That's still a decent cloud for how small of a hit that was. And it was... He didn't exhale before he inhaled with that one.
Yeah. So I'm getting it. That's a decent cloud. We're going to rate these. Once we're done talking about this mod, we're going to rate these from first to last. So... it's no doubt what's going to come in last. You guys already probably figured that out, what's going to come in last. But I do enjoy...
And you probably figured out what's going to come in first.
Yes. Obviously. It's very good. I do like how the tipper moves like... Yes.
Do we want to rate it, like, different types of ratings, like flavor versus cloud?
Yeah, we're going to do that. That's how we're going to do it. Sorry, I should have explained that better.
We're going to do one where it's based on cloud, one that's based on flavor, and one that's based on how comfortable it is.
Comfortable in the hand, how it fits in the hand. So, for flavor, I'm putting this in first. This is going into a...
Really?
Yes.
I would put this tank in first for flavor, just because it is a mu tank. You get more flavor through it than you do a drip tank. Only reason is because of how wide the airflows are on a drip tank, and how exposed your coils are. They're not as saturated in the juice as a mu tank is.
So we have 2 different in ours. This is obviously a first for me. That my vape is a first for her.
However,
with cloud, I'm going to put that in a first and this in a second. Third in a cloud, though, I will have to put for this. I will have to put this as a third in cloud.
Yeah.
Because you can get a lot of cloud, even though this... Look how you can... Compared to my hand, look how small this vape is. Alright, and then compare mine to my hand. I mean, comparing these to each other, I mean... It's obviously a very, very small thing, but you can get a lot of cloud off of it.
This one, the shape of it is kind of like in a triangle. So if you hold it like where one of the corners is in the palm of your hand...
Yeah.
Camera. It fits very well because it's designed specifically for your hand. And for smaller hands, I would recommend something like this. Because something like that, it's very bulky, and I had a hard time keeping a hold of it whenever I had it.
And I prefer this one for grip, only because I like pistol grips, and this gives me more of a pistol grip. There are vapes that are built like pistols, and they're called the mag mods. They are really good from what I've seen, and they fit in the hand very well, and that's why I like this one a little more. And the one I'm getting, it's more square, So it's going to be a different feel for me.
And it's going to have a button. This one, however, the entire side is the button. This entire
side, right? Well, there's
because
one button
this is the button.
Yeah.
But whenever you have that on, the entire side is what you squeeze. It doesn't matter what you squeeze from the middle, the bottom, the top.
Here,
I'm
squeezing from the bottom right now.
And the button's up here at the top.
Yeah, the button's up here at the top of it. So let's go with flavor, okay? Obviously, she thinks this one has more flavor, and I believe that her vape has more flavor than mine. Flavor, a close third is this one, is the KP box, then the stick, or then the smoke stick, and then the other Tesla stick. Then the Tesla
this one falls in last under every category.
Yes, this one is falling in last for everything.
I'm not saying it's a bad mod. I'm not saying it's a bad stick. I'm saying it's just not what we're used to anymore.
And it gives a lot of spit back. I'll have to give it that. It does give a lot of spit back.
That's the tank, not the mod. Yeah. Or the stick. Whatever you want to call it.
So this is obviously last for every category, but a great starter mod for someone who's starting to try to quit smoking.
If you like the feel of the draw from the cigarette, you'll like that.
Now, I started with this to quit smoking. So, this is also it's also a good starter mod. But you'll get a little more smoke with it. And
vapor. It's not smoke, it's vapor.
Vapor with it. Sorry, my fault. Anyway, on to Cloud. Hers, obviously, first for Cloud. Mine, a close second. Third for Cloud.
I don't know. This one got more Cloud. Not than that one, than that one. I know that one had more Cloud. That one got more Cloud. I'm going to take the same amount of hit.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, that got more Cloud.
Okay. Well, if that one's the third for her. I still believe.
Yeah, that got more Cloud.
Okay, with that, then I'll have to stick with her. This one's in fourth. Obviously, the Tesla mod, I'm not going to show it again, is in last. Obviously.
Not mod, the stick.
The stick, yeah.
Ooh, mod's in first. Ooh, don't break my shit.
This one is in last, obviously, for every category, so I'm not even going to show that after this. What other categories should we do with these?
We already did comfortability.
Comfortability. Actually, we didn't finish comfortability.
That's right. We started with this one in first.
Okay, this is second. Comfortability, I do have to say this is a comfortable hold, but
especially for smaller hands like mine.
Smaller hands, yes. This one, it's comfortable. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like the stick mods because my hands are a little bigger, so I don't like the stick mods. So. Well, yeah. Anyway. This is comfortable for more of a female, or people with smaller hands. I'm not even going to say female. Some males have small hands. So, but this is comfortable. So this will come into a fourth. Because this will be fourth for me, because this is a very comfortable mod to hold.
That's
and it's obviously dead last because you have to completely wrap your hand around it. It's not a comfortable hold. It's like holding a pencil or something. That's what it feels like, and people who write should know that your hand will cramp up eventually. Alright, so we've done comfortability, flavor, and Cloud.
Now, based on just the mod itself, not the tank, we'll go on that.
Okay. I do have to say that this is a great mod. It does get 100 watts, but hers is obviously in first with a 200 watt mod. Wattage.
Because depending on what tank you have, you can hit it anywhere from 7 watts to 200.
This, I don't know, even being a higher wattage than the KP mod, I'd have to say the KP
I'd have to say that's in third.
This is a third to this one.
This
is a fourth to this
that's
one.
Third.
Sorry. I'm tired. It's kind of 5 o'clock in the morning, so...
Is it really?
Almost.
Shit.
But yeah, this is third, this is fourth, obviously that's last. So, that's all we have for you today, Acers. We'll probably end up making another video tonight, who knows. So...
If we stay awake that long.
We will, I'm not even tired of you.
You just said you were.
I'm not tired.
Then
Anyway.
don't say you are.
That's it for today, Acers. Have a great one.